All right, so now let's look at using this normal curve instead of just like what it is. So we can use these percentages to help us understand some different examples. And so we're going to look at this first example. So the weight of high school freshmen boys is normally distributed. So this is very important right here, this fact that it says it's normally distributed. That's the only way we know we can use this these percentages, is if we for sure know that it's normally distributed. And so we're told our mean weight is 132 pounds, and there's a standard deviation of 7 pounds. So that means if we go over here and look at this, our percentages on our normal curve, we're told our mean weight is what, 132 pounds. And we're told each standard deviation we go out, right? 1, 2, 3, down 1, down 2, down 3. Each one we go out is going to be 7 more pounds added to it, or 7 pounds subtracted from it. So if we look, we go out here, we get to 139 pounds because we added 7 to it. If we keep going, we get 146, 2 standard deviations. Let's go out 3, 153. And then we have to go the other direction too. So 125, 118, 111 pounds. All right, so from this, we can start to look at some different information about it, different questions about it. So let's see what this first question asks us. What percent of high school boys weigh between 132 pounds and 46 pounds? So 132, let's change our color up. 132 pounds is our mean, right? And we want to go to 146 pounds, right? So we want to know how many, what percent of freshman boys fall in that category. So let's go through and look at what our percentages for those two pieces are. So we want to know up to standard deviations. So we have 34.1, right, from this section. And we have plus 13.6 from this section. So that gets us, 34.1 plus 13.6. 47.7%. 47.7%. So that tells us that 47.7% of high school freshman boys weigh between 132 and 146 pounds. Right, so all we had to do was figure out what two sections what section we're comparing, and then take our percentages that fall in there. Okay, so let's move on to our next question. Okay, so next question, it says, what is the probability, right? So probability and percentage are very similar, and so we're going to look at them similarly. So you could be either asked what percent or what's the probability that a given high school boy weighs between 132 and 146, right? So these two first questions are asking the same things, right? Same idea. What's the probability? Or what's our percentage? So if we were to choose, same idea, 47.7% chance, right? That if we select one high school boy, that it will fall between 132 pounds. So the main idea here is that both of these questions are asking the same thing. They're just worded slightly different, right? One asked for the probability, one asked for the percent. All right, so let's keep rolling. Another example, right? So the daily July surface temperature of a lake at a resort is normally distributed, has a mean of 82 degrees and a standard deviation of 4 degrees. So let's look. So first we got to recognize, okay, it tells us it's normally distributed. That means we can use this, our bell-shaped curve and our percentages. So let's kind of draw out what's going on. So it says our mean is 82. And our standard deviation is 4. So each one of these, there we go out. 1, 2, 3 is going to be 4 degrees. So 86, 90, 94, 78, 74, 70. I don't really know if this is hot or cold. Not too, don't know too much about water temperatures. All right, so we want to know what percent of days have a temperature of at least 86. Okay, so this is important. We pay attention to this, at least 86. And so at least 86 means it's got to be 86 or higher, right? So our 86 line is here. So it's got to be 86 or greater, right? So let's look at our percentages. We've got 13.6 from this space. We've got 2.1 from this space. And we've got 0.1. We talked about it as 0.15. So let's go 0.15. And if we go ahead and add those up, we get what? 13.6 plus 2.1 plus 0.15. We get approximately 15.85, right? So 15.85% of the days should have a temperature of at least 86 degrees. So that helps us with the at least questions. What's this next one say? So the next question says, what is the probability? Notice we can interchange percent and probability here. What's the probability that any given day on the lake will have a temperature less than 82 degrees? 82 is our mean. We want that it will be less than 82. In the previous two videos, it said that each side of our mean has 50% of our data. Or you could go through and add up all of these percentages, and you should get 50%. Right? So everything below our mean is 50% of our data. So you got a 50% chance that your lake day is going to have a water temperature of less than 82 degrees.